Alright, welcome back. Welcome back to game as Logan, where we're playing Vampyr. Yes, we're continuing where we left off. Yes, we are currently headed to St. Mary's Church. Yes, righto. Let's do that. What's my bullets there? That's okay. Looks good. What's with the blood? What's with the blood? Actually, I've been here. Never mind. Where are you guys going? You have not paid the rent.
There's safer places to be than here.
Indeed, I completely agree with you. Chillings.
Better go home, sir. Oh, I'm talking to you, you twat.
That's it. No one calls me a twat.
Hey, boy.
Oh, you're still alive.
You're me!
Mistakes were made, sir.
I'll kill it!
Boy. Failing.
You're mine,
Lucky
Vampyr!
punk. Oh, that's funny. There we are. So we can hold 5 bullets. Okay. Maybe I should upgrade how many bullets I can carry. Right. I don't need to deal with those. St. Mary's Church, okay.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
I completely agree.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Yes, even Dr. Reid is annoyed. How dare he? How dare he poke at me like that? Looks like he could manhandle me. Show him. I'll turn him into mush. Is that?
Oh yeah! There's one of them burning!
Let's go. Who'll win? Who will win? Oh.
Oh, that's good smart.
Ah. The hunter's one. Evening. They didn't see me. Okay. How's everyone in this district? Everyone's healthy? Yeah, except this guy. But he didn't want to open the door for me. Should. Father? Anyone?
Yes? What is it that you want?
I've seen.
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
This is a personal matter.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
Except when another vampire compels you to tell them all your secrets. Let's see. In other words, hold up. I have words for one departed. This is a private concern. This is a private matter. He's a human. I shouldn't be telling anything to him. Don't look at me like that, mortal. Can't I just eat him? Let's say this. No words for one departed, yes.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your
Yes.
eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
It's not your concern. Should I tell the truth? It's just, I don't want this, going back to my mother. She hears about it. She seems like she has money. She could hire some investigators to find out if I'm truly alive. I just feel like there could be problems, some unforeseen consequences further up the line, further into the future if I tell the truth. Just know I cared for her, yes.
Just know I cared for her.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
It was an accident. No, oh, this is. I mean, I guess you're supposed to tell the truth, but she was murdered. Yep, that's sort of the truth, isn't it? Just bending it a little bit. Yeah, murdered.
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
Yes, I feel responsible. Let's not say that. She died because of me. I raped her about. No. I feel responsible.
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me. I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
I swear it wasn't me. I mean, those responsible. That's you. That's you. Don't fool yourself. Stop with this, Dr. Reid. Just man up and accept. You're the only one responsible. What is this? I have to find those responsible. You're the only one responsible, Dr. Reid. What are you talking about? Please forgive me to say that instead.
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary. Forgive me.
That's too much
You
information.
have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Right. I think that was a mistake. That was, Dr. Reid, what did you do? That was definitely a mistake. I don't trust the priest. Come outside, I need to snuff out the light from you. Oh. Abussus in vocat? Something in Latin. No, come outside. I just wanna talk. I'm not planning on turning you into a snack. He just became a loose end. He knows too much.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
That's what I've been saying. You've been. It was a mistake. I told that priest too much. Told him too much. Evening. Alright, let's go back to Pembroke. Hold up. I'm gonna speak to the trader since the prices might be lower around here.
Take a look, don't be afraid.
Hello. Evening.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never
Yes.
Right then.
Let's see. What do you have? Yes, tiny good handlebar. 136 shillings. Jesus. That's sort of. There's a lot of shillings you're asking. I'm gonna turn that into components. Sure. I mean, we have the shillings. Why not? Why not? You.
You again?
Yeah. Any news of grass dispensary? Yeah.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
She's doing good work. I saw her yesterday and told her she could call on me if she ever felt threatened. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Well, I am no threat to her.
Goodbye, Miss.
Not yet. She... she's useful. Yes. A lot of blood. What's going on? Anyways, let's head to Pembroke.
As long as you have the money.
Yes.
I remember you.
Oh. Are you my maker? What is thine bidding, my master? Must I issue an age of darkness in your name, my lord? I will drain everyone around here if you so command. Yes, I'm at your service. Let me join you. Together we will rule London. Whoa. What is thine bidding?
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making. This is your doing. You made me this creature.
Calm down.
What are you? I am the land. You are our champion.
Yes, I will do your bidding. Stop your riddles. Why choose me? Oh yes. Look at him. Perfection. Yes. Point me at your enemies and I will destroy them.
You selected me, chose me, as shall my children yet to come. What is it you seek? This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged. This has something to do with the epidemic. Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
Huh? Could you be more specific?
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave.
Give in to
So
your
the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
No, that's some sort of powerful elder vampire mind trick. Most likely. Shortcut. Wee. I still don't know where the water is, guys.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
So sad. Where is it? Where is it? Brisk blood sample. A small dose of brisk blood that can be used to create stamina serums of vampires. Ooh. Analyze. Ooh. Fancy. 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 Resale. There's more stuff. Thank you very much. Let's see. Come on, trigger pouch. Oh? I thought I bought something. I have none of those. What did I buy? Surely I bought something. Oh, tiny good handle parts. Right, for the stake. Milton! What do you have? Do you have any... I don't remember what do you have?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor.
Yep. I'll see what you have.
I'd like to...
Wise choice.
Yep. Nothing. You have nothing. Useless. Useless. Get out of my sight. Restock your goods. Ashbury, or whatever your name is. Yes. Elizabeth.
Jonathan, my sincere condolences for your loss.
Your kindness is much appreciated, my lady.
Yes, of course.
Is there anything you require?
I mean, that's... What kind of question is that? It's so dark. Shall we all we love die? Jeez.
I spied my mother at the funeral. Have you ever revealed yourself to a member of your family?
No, Jonathan. And I'd advise you even from thinking about it.
What's the worst that could happen?
But what if I was close to someone and wished to tell them the truth?
Fear, loathing, disgust. And then they will plead to be turned. They will see it as salvation. Then there's the risk of gaining the attention of vampire hunters.
Yeah, yeah.
Are we then condemned to lie to those we love?
We are creatures of deception, my friend. But this is more for their sake than ours.
Are we condemned to attend the funerals of all we love?
Dying is the final act of life, Jonathan. Present company excluded. Accepted.
I mean, there's no reason for you to be alone. Just surround yourself with other immortals. Problem solved.
I don't know what to expect. Am I cursed to an eternity of solitude?
With time, we Ekon tend to go into isolation. If we survive long enough, that is.
As a practitioner of the medical sciences, I'm prepared for the death of loved ones. But mourning in the shadows, deprived of sharing one's grief.
We are no longer a part of the circle of life and death. We are undead, my friend. And so we are outcasts.
We should change that.
Goodbye, my lady. Until we meet again.
We should rule. We should rule. What on earth happened here? Return. London will come if there is another block.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Recent events?
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but... well, maybe it was him?
Huh. Don't even know what to say to that.
Goodbye, nurse.
Yes. Hold up. You. Mr. Asshole.
Good evening, Dr. Ackroyd.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Yep.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm thirsty, Doctor. I feel decay rising in me.
Okay. What
I'll leave.
Yep.
Came here in the first
Jeez.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening.
Yep. Just checking if they have any more dialogue options.
Goodbye.
Take care.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be. Sir.
Right. The old woman, the old lady, got killed. I was sort of confused. Like, whom do they speak of? Sean? Killed him? Killed her? Hold up. Sounds familiar. Is it the priest? Hampton's... The priest! Oh, I guess he wasn't the priest, but... He was sitting here. And he killed her? Why?
I wonder what your last thoughts
Wait.
would be, sir.
William Bishop bit him. Did he turn into a skull and go all crazy, berserk, and ripped her apart and ran away?
I wonder why the
wish I could be
came here.
Sherlock Holmes,
With the fever.
you know what's been going on around here? Excuse me? What's going on around here?
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes,
You can tell.
my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground.
I'm gonna rip him
Neutral
apart.
territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
You're a snack. You're a snack.
By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
The old woman got ripped apart by the nun-priest. Can you tell me more about that? What on earth is going on around here?
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Oh no! I need to drain them all before they leave. Let's see. No one will notice a few. No one will notice a few more bodies. Come on.
The hospital is chaotic as it is. No one will notice a few more bodies.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She
Yes,
was
Harriet
Miss
Jones.
Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
I liked her. Oh. I'm your... I guess I'm your only hope again.
You want to restore peace in the hospital again?
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires.
Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Well, they're not wrong about that. I'll protect you. If they come, I'll destroy them.
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Aye. There's an option to destroy. Hopefully there's a way to destroy the Private Guard. The entire vampire faction. Vampire hunter faction. This society of vampire hunters. Hopefully there's a way to just snuff
Sean
them.
Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Right, let's have a little chat with our newly turned skull.
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman, butchered by some savage scowl.
Let's not let this go to waste. Let's share this meal, yes.
Would you care to partake in this meal with me?
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me
lighten up.
if I feel despondent. For there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
Let's see. Yes. Crosses. I seem to have a problem with crosses. You know anything about that? What's that all about?
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
God's will?
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Of course, of course.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
It didn't really bother me that much. More like more annoying than anything else. Let's see.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel,
Right.
stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
It was huge, yeah.
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
Sounds like a good time. I want to join them.
Have you embraced this woman? Like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they ask.
Blood quality of the sick.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Thank you, my lady. I hope to see you again soon.
Let's see. It's just, you know, I feed on life. Let's not... Let's, you know, not... feed on these guys just yet. I'd like this to go at least to stable before I snack on someone around here. Milton 2000. I mean, he's a trader. Let's not kill him. I'd like to speak to him. I need to give some treatments to you guys. Oswald, where are you? I haven't seen them in the hospital.
We are.
Hold up.
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reid.
Yep, let's see.
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
It's a tragedy, pure and simple. The hospital is meant to be a safe haven to all. We failed the people who trusted us with their care.
Do you think I should not have brought Mr. Hampton back here?
It's not your fault. You rescued that poor soul. It was the Christian thing to do. But we should have noticed his instability.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Yep. Healthy. Okay. How much XP? Oh, okay. It's very tempting to just eat them all. The XP boost. Oh, jeez. I would be unstoppable. I would be unstoppable. Where is Oswald and this other fella? Ah, there they are. I need to give some treatments to you guys. Right? I think so. Anyways, we haven't spoken before.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher.
At least.
Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Right here.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
I could, these guys don't seem that important. We could eat these. I could eat these too.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
Yeah, Did you get buried in the war?
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during the shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
Jeez.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. Oh, the terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
Must have been terrifying.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, but when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it,
Yes?
Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
Spit it
I thought
out.
about what I could do to survive. Just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
Wow. Well, what are your feelings about him, anyway? What's your deal?
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it.
Oh.
He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
Like a brother or lover?
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
Well, thank you for telling me.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Okay. Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
Medical checkup.
Good evening.
Medical checkup.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
It's free. Look into my eyes. Take the medicine.
I'm certain you have your reasons. But let me assure you, I'm not like other doctors you may have consulted with.
It is true. You risked your life to save me, after all. It would be impolite to refuse your counsel.
Indeed.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
Get well, so I can eat you later. Oh, you're a monster. You're a monster, Game Slow. Hello.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Oh my god.
Goodbye,
I need a better angle. Jeez, what is going on? Game. Hold it right there. Hold it right there.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Yeah,
Good evening,
that's
Dr.
better.
Reid. You doing your rounds as usual?
Let's see. Tell me about the war.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... Well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Yeah.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we were in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
I fought in France too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
Why are you out here anyway? You should go to the hospital.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
You should really go to the hospital.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
Perhaps. Let's see. Your phobia of rats.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
Oh my god.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
Wow. I would be a nervous wreck after experiencing something like that. Imagine the horror. Oh my god. Dude, getting eaten alive by rats. This is disgusting. Terrifying, horrifying. Oh. Let's see.
You and Oswald were buried alive during the war. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was last summer. A shell hit our trench and we were buried for a week.
Oswald seemed far more traumatized than you by the event.
It wasn't the first time it happened to me. And surviving it again gave me strength. You believe that?
How did you survive for a week?
Luckily for us, there were rations and water in the tunnel. It was an outpost, see? Since then, Oswald's not keen on being inside for too long.
Right. About your feelings about him.
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him.
Oh.
I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well, you know, I never thought I'd love a man.
Right. Well, you have nothing to fear from me. I'll stay silent. I mean, the society in these times. Damn them.
I won't say a word, Mr. Blight. Your secret is safe with me.
I fought for my country and I survived. I saw my comrades die. And now society tells me I'm a criminal for who I love. It makes me so angry.
Yeah. It's brown.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight.
Medical checkup. Medical
Hello again,
checkup.
Mr.
Medical
Reid,
checkup. Yep.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Afraid so. In the war, I was always worried about picking up something, getting some infection. Unfortunately, got that fear in London now.
Yeah, well, you're not gonna die on my watch.
Throughout history, some diseases have done more damage to armies than any weapon created by man. You were wise to be careful.
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you?
Yep.
That's a good enough reason for me and Oswald to go there.
You really should.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight.
It's easier for me to snack on you if you're over there. You.
Good evening. Evening, Dr. Reid.
Let's see. I have some more news. I bring tidings. Yes.
Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple-minded bigots' eyes. Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck 'em all.
Yeah, fuck 'em all.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
They don't have the right to judge them. I think I missed something. They were like hiding over there.
I am not responsible for everything bad that has happened.
Yeah.
I cannot enter.
There were some goody goodies. How do I get to them? There was some shiny stuff.
It's locked.
Shiny. How to get to the chat? Ah, shiny. So much. So much loot over there. So much shiny. Oh, they might be going over there now. Yes. Let's listen. 3000 XP. Delicious. Now then. Come on.
So many ways.
There was no option. Game, I hate you. There was no option. You guys saw that? I was like trying to press F bar. Didn't allow me to do that. Investigate citizen actions. Meh. Let's see. But we have all the hints, so because there's not really that much more to learn about them. Alright, they're lovers right here. Let's right. Hampton. I think an hour has already gone by. Oh, the time goes so fast. Have I already been playing for an hour? Oh. Well, I guess I have to end it here for you guys. Since I'm trying to keep these episodes an hour long. But we are currently headed that away, yes, to the East End docks. Well, I'm not gonna stop playing here. I'm gonna continue. So yeah, see you guys in my next episode of Vampyr. I'm gonna continue playing here. want to speak to this skull. I wonder if we're, you know, gonna have a conversation or if it's a boss battle against this priest dude. Anyways, hopefully you've enjoyed, and see you guys in my next episode of Vampyr. Yeah. See you guys. See ya.